What's the latest
Absolutely.
here between Prince Harry and the royal family? Because, of course, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, there are reports now that they are working on a strategy or a peace deal, I suppose, with the royal family. Now, of course, they've been estranged from the firm for some time, but recently there's been this effort to forge a possible path to reconciliation. Is that going to happen? What's the latest here?
Well, I sincerely hope so. And as we predicted on this very show, Harry did meet with his father. I was delighted to see that. It was less than an hour. And Harry afterwards talked about these sort of dark forces leaking all sorts of stories about what gifts were given. And you might recall that he gave a photograph of his two children. Wasn't a picture of him and Meghan, but they worked on that sort of premise. But he's trying to build that bridge. He says his focus at the moment is his father, who's, as we know, has cancer. So he wants to focus on him. In the meantime, all these sort of lip readers and body language experts are coming out and talking about how frosty the relationship is between Meghan and Princess Catherine. And they're looking at that sort of side. So it's quite extraordinary on that sort of basis. But I think Harry's trying to make the effort, certainly.
Well, there has been a bit of this analysis around when Meghan Markle and Princess Catherine's relationship became quite strained and when that became pretty clear. What do you make of it? Do we know when Princess Catherine kind of went into self-preservation mode?
Well, this is what one of these sort of, they talk about these sort of body experts. They analyze every movement. Well, one of them, somebody called Judi James, the wonderful Judi James, she had a look at the sort of body language, and she was saying that this is what Princess Catherine was trying to do. She was sort of turning away in these particular moments, trying to sort of distance herself in that thing. And as you say, it was that sort of self-preservation mode. I don't want to be too close to Meghan Markle to endorse her in any way, but it seems to be frostier and frostier on that sort of basis. But I do think the media are sort of obviously making sure that that sort of rivalry continues, where Princess Catherine's getting some great publicity, and Meghan Markle continues with her megalomania, as we say.
Well, Meghan Markle has shared a photograph of Lilibet, and this was in an Instagram post shared in honour of Day of the Girl, rather. She wrote, "To all the girls, this world is yours. Do everything you can to protect your rights. Use your voice, support each other. We will do the same for you. It's your right and our responsibility. Go get 'em, girl." Andrew, what did you make of this post?
Well, go get him, girl. Absolutely. She seems to be using her children yet again to curry favour. And we often, the good thing is she always sort of turns the children so they don't get a full face
Yes.
showing on that sort of basis. So you only see this shock of red hair just to prove that Harry is the father. And you work on that sort of basis. And they work on that thing. But yes, yet again, they've been trotted out. It's a good message, though. And that's what I like about it. Go get them, girl. Powerful for women and so on and so forth. But this is what she's certainly doing on that sort of basis.
All right, well, Prince William and Princess Catherine, they're in the spotlight for their approach as modern royals. Because, of course, over the years, we've seen Prince William and Princess Catherine kind of try to give their children more of a normal upbringing. You know, they're regularly spotted doing the school run, and they've said they prefer kind of more modern parenting to a traditional royal approach. What's your assessment of how they're kind of transforming as modern royals?
Well, I think it's great, and we touched on this last time we spoke about they've banned any telephones, so you can't have any sort of phones because they're too young for that sort of stuff. They take part in the pub quiz out in Windsor. They encourage them to jump up and down on trampolines, and they have those sort of wonderful fights, and they go for the walks in the countryside. So, from a parenting point of view, they do try to make sure that they're not making the mistakes, and they talked about this very openly. They're not going to make the mistakes that they suffered. Harry and William suffered during their childhood. So they're trying to get involved with them as much as possible. They do say at the end of every day, they want to have at least sort of one meal together so you can unpack what's happened during the day. And I have to say, it's a great parenting lesson for everybody. Jaw, jaw, not war, war is a way of sort of encouraging people to speak about that sort of side. But encouraging people to go out in the countryside rather than being stuck on their mobile phone has got to be a good thing.
Yes, no phones at the dinner table. A time for speaking to one another. That was a great message from Prince William.
Yeah.